Okay, this is the first time we've done this. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Susan Allison, and I have known Chester since 19 late 79 or 80.
Yeah,
Anyway,
somewhere along there.
somewhere along there.
Yeah.
I'm Lori Woods, also known as the Lore, and I was introduced to Chester by Susan, and probably 1985, maybe
Maybe
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I'm Chester, and I'm here with my good friends who've known me for a long time and have all kinds of inside information and secrets and non-secrets, and we're just chatting.
Yeah,
okay, so you guys said when you went 1979,
yeah.
1985, 1985, and 1979. So you mentioned that you were introduced to him um, by
Susan.
Susan. Um, how did you guys meet though? Like actually, I guess I'll start with you
Start with him.
since that's
Okay.
where we are
I was
chronologically.
in acting school, and a friend of ours, Mifa, um, was working at the bank. He and I were in acting school. He went to the Bank of America Card Center in Pasadena,
Mhm.
and we worked the midnight shift. And Chester was working there, and so that's how I met him.
I was listening back to like 3 years ago. I was recording like stuff he was saying, and he did mention Mifa. Then he said that you met him when he was 17, I
Yeah,
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
How old were you at the time?
22.
22. So you were 22, he was 17, and at that time you would have been
20 something. I
20
don't know.
something. Okay. So um you're all like
We're old.
no, no, I meant you're all young adults working here.
Yes,
Yes, working
yeah,
here at this
yes,
Bank of a night midnight shift
yes,
at Bank of America.
yes.
Um and then I guess like over that, like how did you become friends? Like just because you were working at the Bank of America, or was there like things you both shared interests in, or
There were a lot of
So,
people that worked there. It was a big crew there. We became friends because we had common interests, which was filmmaking.
Mhm.
Maifa and I were actors. I still am. Chester was a writer director.
Mhm.
So we talked about movies and movies and movies all the time. In fact, Chester's the one who introduced me to foreign films. I hadn't seen foreign films before that.
I see.
So, yeah.
yeah, yeah. We had sections, and our section was a lot of there was a lot of people in, students and other film people there because it was the graveyard shift, and you can do the graveyard shift and go to your classes in the daytime. So
Yeah.
it was the perfect job. You know, people say, "Hey, look, I'm an actor. I need, but I'm broke." So they would get on the graveyard shift, work all night, go home, take a shower, go to class, go to auditions, and uh, try to catch a couple hours sleep here and there, and back to work. That was the life. Weekends we'd spend a lot of time at the movies. Wouldn't let any movie go by that wasn't uh, significant or important movie.
You had to see the first
And
Opening weekend.
day. Oh,
Opening
yeah.
we
weekend.
saw everything on the first day,
Yeah.
Yeah, had to be.
and we shared ideas, and you know, and people would graduate, get jobs
From Bank of America or from their schools?
from the school. But back in those days, you use any opportunity uh, to grapple onto a contact that's going to have you do a project. Having friends who are doing projects, they'll ask you to join in or play a part. And so, therefore, there was a little community of filmmakers, you know.
Everybody was always making a short
Everybody's
film.
making short films.
Yeah.
Some
So
people,
and so is going to act in it. So and so is going to
some people,
assist and produce and direct.
yeah,
A small indie film community in the
yeah,
midnight shift of the Bank of America.
exactly, exactly. And there were multitudes of groups of people who were doing this. It's like that was the lifestyle back then.
Mhm.
That was the lifestyle, and people will occasionally get a part on a TV show or a part on an indie film or something like that, and that would be celebrated by all the others. And uh, that's how it went. That's how it went.
So I guess that was like, I guess, the start of you once called the Bank of America days. I remember you said that once.
Yeah.
That, and then what, 6 years later, um,
Susan and I were working at another bank.
Yes.
you were two-timing the banks.
No, I
No,
quit.
she quit.
I left Bank of America at some point. I guess after I finished school, and then I moved to Encino. So I got a job at a bank there
another
because
bank.
it was down the street, and that's where Lori and I met.
Okay. And were you working at that bank, or
I was. What we the bank was our day job when we were pursuing acting.
and you happened, and then from
And,
there,
well, we were both actresses, so we were like, "Oh, you're pursuing acting. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
pursuing acting." Yeah.
So
we became friends.
Yep.
through the
And then
bank
she's
once
like,
again.
"Oh, all my friends, we're gonna go see this movie. We got to meet my friend Ches." And I met him in line waiting. I can't remember exactly, but I think I
say
met him
80.
in line at the Chinese, waiting in line at the Chinese
Probably.
theater.
And
Yeah.
at the time, it was Man's Chinese.
It was Man's Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, there were all kinds of other people involved.
Yeah.
We have a friend named Dave George. Dave George was present when I met you, Lori. He's another.
Was he? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, because both Dave George fell in love with Lori, and so he hired Lori to do some work for his little company,
He had a little film.
and I went on to work for a law firm called Louis D'Amato, Bisbos, and Bisgard.
Right.
But when I would call Dave George, Lori wouldn't answer the phone because he was kind of like the secretary.
Yeah, I was like, making it look like it was like legit, like a
And,
legit business. David George Productions.
Right. And so Lori and I would launch into these conversations about movies and other things, and Lori would be saying, "This Dave George is hovering over me, like he's like he's salivating, he's like breathing heavy down my back."
Jesus.
And so after a while, Dave George got pissed off at me because
He was taking
Lori
all my
wasn't
time. Yeah.
Lori wasn't responding to his romantic overtures.
And
However,
you were working downtown at the time, and we would
Yeah, I
we
was
would
working
like
for a law
meet you
firm.
down for lunch
Yeah,
downtown.
they would come
It would be like
downtown.
Chester and I talking, and David George would be like really upset.
Yeah, and I was working for a law firm then, and but Dave George was some people liked him, some I liked him. We got along. Dave George's brother, what's his name? Brian, had a big part on Seinfeld. I see him all the time. I watch these Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He had a big part on Seinfeld, and he belonged to a theater company right in Los Feliz. and we go to the theater. When I say theater, I mean live stage, and and from that axis was a whole another group of film people. Remember Smitty, the black guy who owned he owned uh, what's that coffee shop? That special coffee shop. You know,
In
people.
Los Feliz?
Yeah, yeah, Smitty's coffee shop. Smitty, nice guy. Uh, he was involved in the industry,
Hmm.
helped people get jobs.
Hmm.
They did stand up,
Oh,
and
I don't think I knew him.
Dave George was there. Howdy Mandel, you know him.
Howie Mandel?
Howie
Howie.
Mandel, and a lot of other Canadians were involved in that. We used to go all the time, and Smitty, helping out an actor friend who was homeless, allowed this actor friend to sleep in the balcony uh, with the promise that he would not smoke. And so, what does the actor friend do? He smokes and burned down Smitty's theater.
The whole
Oh,
thing?
What?
Yeah, big fire and everything.
oh
And
my God.
Smitty had to get the insurance company. They reopened, I think. But Smitty was also a good friend of Bruce. So
Oh,
you have all these nexuses of people
yes.
who knew people who were connect with people, and Smitty, you know, would go to the House of Pies. He was an older black guy, looked like a businessman, but he liked the arts, and
Mhm.
he would support artists and stand up comics, and so a lot of people came through there, in and out of there, and uh,
Which starts the House of Pies theme, right?
yeah, Smitty was a regular at the House of Pies,
Yeah.
and so you had all these people crisscrossing and
Mhm.
networking and helping each other and being
Mhm.
friends and you know chasing after people. You know, uh,
Yes.
Dave George. When Dave George got tired of uh, chasing Lori, he started chasing this other actress friend who was who was perched to be a big talent, and he hired her to replace Lori, and she would be telling all her friends, "When I go over to Dave George's office, I have to wear running shorts, running what do you call 'em? What do you call this thing I'm wearing?
Pajamas,
No, not pajamas. You know,
joggers,
Jump
sweatpants,
sweats. She would
sweats.
wear sweats whenever she went to work because she was afraid of Dave George drooling on her.
Oh
Jesus,
no!
Oh
that's
yeah.
the
Who
worst
was
thing
that?
Uh,
ever.
that was when Lori left. Uh, when you left Dave George, there was yet another
Oh.
theater group,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
and the other theater group, we put on little plays. You know, it's a regular. You know, you do skits and plays. You know, and
Oh,
every
we became a part of that, didn't we? Didn't we do
you might have you might
Yeah.
have.
We did like
What's
each
her
week
name?
we would have someone would direct, someone would act,
Right,
and someone would write,
right.
and we would
And this
show up and put it on, and then we get feedback from everybody.
exactly
Yeah, yeah,
exactly
yeah. I
like
remember that.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what's her name? Lorraine, or I forgot her name. Remember her?
I
The
I
redhead.
I remember her vaguely. Yeah.
Okay, well he got the hots for her after you
Okay.
turned him down, and she would go to work for him and wear sweats and tell everybody about it. Now Dave George was the subject of a lot of derision. people would talk about weird things he would do and all that. But he and I got along well. We've spent probably hours talking film, politics, and women and stuff. And all that was tied into the milieu. That was part of the lifestyle back then. And uh, so it was fun, fruitful. Uh, it was a great time. Great time.
It was a good moment. It was a really good time to be young. We didn't have social media. We didn't have the internet. So we didn't have the pressures that you guys today have to be cool.
Mhm.
We were just cool.
We were just cool.
Yeah.
I remember Chester, we used to have answering machines, and you had to, well, you have answering on your phone now, but they were machines,
A big
a
thing.
big thing that you connected to your phone. And Chester, I remember one of his outgoing greetings was, "This is Chester W. Dent, the coolest of the cool." I loved that one.
That's so funny.
I loved it.
He was.
He was there.
Back then, Los Feliz
Oh,
was taking off as like one of the cool areas to live in LA.
yeah.
I moved into an apartment there on Vermont, and I was paying $185 a month, which is unheard of in terms of a good deal.
It was even cheap back then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not so cheap now though.
No.
The
And
whole
this would
area,
have been
the whole
what
area
year?
is
In
expensive.
the 80s.
80s. Okay.
80s.
Yeah, the whole area is very expensive now, but it's still considered one of the cool areas.
Mm-hmm.
And
It stayed cool.
It stayed cool.
yeah, good restaurants and uh, Susan had a place called the Derby. Was it the Derby, Susan?
Yeah.
Which was right across the street from my apartment
Oh,
building.
no, the Derby was up on up the street.
Oh,
You're
okay.
talking the Dresden.
The
The
Dresden.
Dresden.
And the Dresden is still very popular.
Yeah.
They're still doing TV specials on the Dresden. And Susan knew everybody there, all the actors and all the people and writers and stuff. Uh, you know, did David Lynch hang out there? He used to hang out
The
at the
dress.
French place right across the street.
At the French. Oh,
Oh, Fred 60.
No, not that one.
no.
There was that
Oh,
French place.
lingerie, something or other.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You go there and there'd be David Lynch and uh, other directors
yeah,
and
the
writers.
Boulange. I can't remember the exact name of that
Yeah.
restaurant.
So
Is that
you,
restaurant still there?
yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it was the last time I was in LA. So you have like actors and directors walking around the street. Tourists would come and because it was a good neighborhood to watch people. And hey, there's David Lynch. And not too far from there, um, what's his name? 24.
Oh, yeah. Kiefer Sutherland.
Keith Sutherland lived in the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was driving limousine, he was one of my regular clients,
Mm-hmm.
and he lived in a place that you would never ever suspect. And at that time, he was one of the highest paid guys on TV.
Mm-hmm.
24 was a very popular show,
Yeah.
but he lived in the most humble, inauspicious place right there in the neighborhood. See him when I wasn't working, I'd run into him at the car wash and we'd talk and stuff like that. And it he was always kind of like on the borderline of having some kind of trouble. But we got along well. He was cool, and you know, he would go to Sarno's occasionally,
Yeah.
and that's a whole nother story. Sarno's.
Oh,
That's a
Sarnos.
whole nother big
Man.
story. But
We used
yeah,
to go there to fall in love.
yeah.
That's what Sarnos
Live.
was.
They have live opera
Yes.
Oh yeah.
and fairly decent food,
Yeah.
and
Old style.
yeah, a lot of dancers used to go there. Adriana and
Mhm.
her ballet crew, and people like that would go to Sarno's, and that was just one dramatic soap opera in itself, as was the place across the street called Luigi's. Luigi was also Italian.
Luigi's, I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luigi,
Across from, yeah.
yeah. But I'll give you a short thing on Luigi. Luigi ran this restaurant, which is in competition with Sarno's. Luigi was an old Italian gentleman, uh, little black mustache and very courtly and all that. Falls in love with one of his young waitresses, having a great love affair, and she at one point falls in love with a younger man who wants to dump Luigi. Luigi had a hard time dealing with all this. So what does he do? He goes to her apartment, bangs on the door. She doesn't answer. He goes down to his car and shoots himself.
Whoa.
He committed suicide. Meanwhile, uh, now Sarno becomes the big Italian restaurant on the street, and he has a waitress who's also very nice and attractive, and she gets involved with a gangster type guy who decides he's going to rob Sarno, follows Sarno home, and shoots him in the driveway and takes all the money. All this was going on at the same time. All this was going on within the context of this kind of neighborhood. Uh, Sarno's completely changed. His family took over the restaurant, but it was never quite the same after Sarno was there. Sarno won a big prize in Italy for being an opera singer before coming to America, and he made a film about his career as an opera singer. What's that guy Pavarotti? I think he was in a contest against this guy, and so they were always showing his film, him winning a contest. I never got to see the film, but it was like, hey, Sarno's going to show his film. But I never got to see his film, but he was quite a figure in the neighborhood, quite a figure, and you know, restaurateur, singer, uh, man about town. Drove a Maserati, parked in front of the restaurant all the time. Yeah, that was the flavor.
That's crazy because I never expect where the story is going. Like whenever I think it's gonna be something, it's always something else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he told him not to smoke. So what did he do? He smoked and burnt the entire theater down.
Yeah.
You like and like the way you say it is like, oh, but of course this happened next.
Mhm.
Oh, but of course he shot himself after that. I didn't expect it to go there. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a neighborhood full of character.
Yeah.
Neighborhood full of
Characters is a way of saying it. Yeah. Um.
character.
Um, I wanted to ask, obviously you have like a ton of stories of each other, of these neighborhoods, of these places you've been, but I wanted to ask, what is your favorite memories of one another? Like, like the thing that you like think about and go like, oh man. Um,
Well, one of my favorite activities was helping Susan and Lori navigate their romances. You know, when when a hard decision was needed to be made, I would confer with them about what to do. Susan would come to me and say, "Is it okay to tell this story, Sis?"
Yeah.
Like this this boy. Well, Susan was, you know, she liked this guy, right?
uh,
But she didn't know whether this guy was totally trustworthy. And she would say, I went to his apartment after work and I was hiding behind a tree
Oh,
across the street to see who came out. And we talk about this kind of stuff and other boyfriend stuff. And uh, we were just getting through life, getting through the romance business was was really some of my most enjoyable moments. Some of my most enjoyable moments. In fact, when Lori married Oliver, her second husband,
yeah.
it wasn't me that introduced them, but they I became very fond of both Susan, Lori, and Oliver. And Oliver wasn't acting right all the time, so I would have to give Lori, you got to do this, you got to do that, you know. Maybe if we get him in class, he'll do this, he'll do that. So I enjoyed helping helping my friends navigate romances. Those were some of my most favorite moments. Uh, and they in turn would help me as well.
That's true.
I would do
Yes.
some really. I was always chasing somebody.
Always.
Always chasing somebody.
Usually someone younger.
Oftentimes someone younger, and uh, sometimes successfully, sometimes not.
That's right. Yeah.
But we would help each other navigate these waters of high romance. And back then, it was high romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really high romance. It wasn't just casual romance. It was
Mm-mm.
like stay up all night trying to figure this out kind of thing.
and stand behind the tree,
Yeah,
watching the
Yeah.
building from the outside
yeah,
type of romance. Yeah.
yeah. What's
We're
that
trying
guy?
to talk Chester out of going after Brenya
Oh, I think that.
when he was with someone else.
Yeah, yeah. That I think what happened. What happened there was Brenda wound up moving away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That changed everything. But she was only one of 100. There
Yeah.
was KC.
Well,
Oh
that's who
my
you were with
gosh.
when you were chasing Brenya. Although you chased Brenya first, and then Brenya kind of disappeared.
Yeah,
Then you got with KC, and
yeah.
then Brenya came back into the picture, and you couldn't help yourself.
Okay.
And
Now,
KC found out
Oh.
now
Yeah.
remember,
by reading his diary.
Oh
now
gosh.
remember,
I
KC was here for Thanksgiving,
Oh, with
Here?
Amy, yes,
and
with Amy.
with
Oh
with
my
Amy.
They got in a
gosh.
fight.
So KC was here with Amy. KC got drunk while
Oh.
at the
Yeah.
table there with half a dozen people, and started
Was Chuck
acting.
there? Was Chuck there? Yeah.
You can't see it on the camera, but he's nodding.
Yeah, we had to take Casey and put her on the bed so she could take a nap before heading back to LA. Now, Dad came up to me during the Thanksgiving dinner and said, "What's on your mind bringing two women to Thanksgiving dinner?" And I said, "They're just friends. They're just friends. It's not,
No, Casey was not a just
no,
friend at the time.
she wasn't.
Amy was a friend.
Yeah. But I said, there was no deal. They know each other. They're cool."
Cool.
Casey winds up threatening and swinging her fist at Amy before he got back to LA, arguing about I don't remember what. But it was not a cool scene.
Yeah, you have to ask Amy about that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you talk to Amy, ask her about that. That was something else.
And remember, you told me that in the car ride up, Casey wanted to listen to Leonard Cohen.
Oh, could have been.
And Amy was like, I hate Leonard Cohen. And they kind of got like a fight about that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you told me that.
yeah, yeah. I kind of specialized in eccentric women back in those days.
Specialized.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
but some were very cool.
Some were very cool.
Some were cool,
Yeah.
but he also could get in there and stir the pot. like like if it's a hornet's nest and just get in there and like get it going.
Specialized or specialized? We're gonna use the word specialized.
I was usually not daunted by craziness. I would, crazy didn't slow me down. But Brenda was very sane. She was a math.
Sane.
She was a math
I
teacher.
wouldn't say sane.
Well, she was a math teacher at Glendale High School, highly acclaimed.
Doesn't mean she's
Highly acclaimed. She wins all kinds of awards, and she was nice.
Chester also had a thing about European women.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
European women. I had very good luck with European women.
You had very good luck with the European
Yes.
Yeah,
women. The European women loved him.
yeah,
Loved him.
yeah.
Mhm.
They're a whole different vibe. Oh,
Mhm.
I like how you say, "Oh, she was sane.
yeah,
Not, she was nice. She's cool.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
she was on my level. Kind of agreed on things. She was sane."
yeah. That might be why I got along so well with Oliver. 'Cause,
Oh yeah.
Oliver
My
was
husband for a while was German.
he was German.
One of my husbands.
He was very intelligent. He had a very super high intellect, but he worked at a restaurant in Santa Monica.
Very high intellect, very talented,
Yeah, he was
but very low ambition. No ambition.
very nice guy.
But very nice, very sweet, very
When you
handsome.
talk to Oliver, Oliver has probably a biggest stack of photographs. He was a great photographer.
Yeah, we need to. I need to get
Mhm.
some. Oliver will have a ton of photographs of Chester because he loves photographing Chester because Chester was very photogenic. I want to get that one photo of you in the movie theater. He had a fade at the time that was really in style. Do you know this
Yeah, yeah.
fade on the side and then it was like really square on top? He looked really good in his fade too.
Let me imagine it.
And you had your fade and you had a cigar
Yeah.
and it was in like in a movie theater like he was like a director picture.
Mm,
I've got to
mhm.
find that. I got to get Oliver find that.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I remember that
You
one.
remember that one? Yeah. That was a great photo.
Mhm.
So I have way too many memories of Chester that are fond or wonderful or whatever to like pick out just one. But this one's coming to my mind because okay, so Chester and I used to go to the movies like all the time, right?
Right.
Well, we all did. We all went together, but
Mhm.
but oftentimes Chester and I'd be like, "Let's go see this. Let's go see that movie." And so Chester called me up and he said, uh, It was playing at the Limley, I think. Nosferatu? Nosferatu.
Ferratu.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Nosferatu, the 70s when the
Mhm.
Herzog one, right? 'Cause
Mhm.
there was 3 of them, but
You can
this was the Herzog.
you can see it on Netflix.
Yep. Yeah. So I hadn't seen it, and you'd seen it before, but you were like, "Oh, Nosferatu." How do you say it?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. I don't know why I can't say that. Um, Nosferatu is playing at the Limleys in West LA. Let's go. And I was like, I'm really not, I'm in a really bad mood. I'm really down. I'm really stressed. God only knows what it was. And I said, I can't take anything like, like scary or dark or down or anything. And he goes, "Oh, this isn't at all.
Oh my gosh.
Are you sure this isn't dark or down or anything?" Oh,
The vampire movie, the
Mhm.
evil vampire movie.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we went, and the opening scene of that movie is these pictures of the catacombs in Paris where
Mhm.
like
There's
dead
all the
mummies.
the
Skulls. They're what?
the skulls one,
They're like mummy bones,
like
and they're like
everywhere,
going,
like all across the
yeah,
wall,
they're
and
like,
like
Mhm.
and they're like, in all kinds of like awful, like
Mhm.
this kind of, right,
Mhm.
really scary. And it was like this opening thing was like these like dead mummies, these dead people, like all these pictures. And I looked at Chester and I go, he is just like,
What? Why? I don't see the
but I did
problem.
love the movie. So.
and you finished the movie.
Yeah,
You stayed.
it was a good movie, actually.
Yeah.
It was really good. So I'm glad I got to see it. But I was like, when I saw that, I was just like, oh, he really tricked me.
Yeah.
Let's go watch the spooky vampire movie.
Exactly.
It won't be upsetting.
Yeah.
Mm.
How about you? Do you have a favorite memory, Chester?
Favorite. Gosh, it is a hard
It's a
one.
hard
I
one,
mean,
right?
it's a
There's too
long
many.
time and there's too
Yeah.
many.
Mhm.
So I'll say yes, movies, and a lot of times we would have a big debate after the movie.
That's
A
so
big
true.
debate
Yes,
after the movie.
big
Go
debate.
out to coffee.
Yes, got
cafe,
coffee. Yeah,
Or just talk about the movie together.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
That. But I'm also thinking of. Oh, and by the way, he calls me Suze.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Suze. And let's see. One of very early on, going back to the Bank of America, there was a big Christmas party. I guess I had just started working there a little before that. Didn't know him very well. And we had dancing. If you can believe it, we had dancing. I don't know if that's allowed anymore, but we had dancing for the party. And he asked me to dance, and we were dancing. It was some way back old tunes. And he says to me, "Where'd you get so much soul?" That was one of the first things he ever said to me.
Susan has a lot of soul when she dances.
Yeah. Where'd you get
But
so much soul? So I said, well, I'm half Puerto Rican and I'm from Detroit.
yeah.
So that's has stuck with me forever.
That's good.
But another thing I'll have to say is that going to the hospital the day you were born, getting there at whatever time in the morning, there was only one other person there, which was Patrick. Ye was all draped up and on the bed and all of that, but I was this out of you two, after your mom and dad. Patrick saw you, and then I saw you.
Oh man, I was there that day too, but not evidently soon enough.
Not third in line for
Yeah,
the sake of
early.
this for the sake of this story.
Early. So yeah, so that meant a lot, and also the what is that? The baptism was there
At
for
the
that.
cathedral.
Yeah, at the cathedral,
Mhm.
and I'll just and I don't know if you know this. I'm one of your godparents.
I don't know if I did know that. I'm not sure.
There's 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 several. There's several. It's sometimes it's just one man and one woman, but there's many,
Hmm.
many few women and few men. But
Hmm.
I'm one of them.
That's cool.
I'm
Okay,
happy
why
about that.
aren't I one of the godparents?
You're not Catholic.
Y-
You have to be Catholic?
Yeah, all of them are Catholics.
Oh,
Is that the rule? I
You
didn't
know,
know that.
it's
I
kind
didn't
of
know
like a
that.
religious thing, the Godfather thing.
I guess that makes sense.
You know,
Okay, that's why. Okay,
you
that
know,
makes sense.
sprinkling
I'll take
water on
that. I'll
people.
take it.
You'll take
You
that?
want
You'll
I'll take that
accept that?
reason. I'll accept
You'll
that
accept
reason
it?
because
okay?
it's better than like, well, we didn't.
We
Oh no,
You'll let it
that's
slide?
the secret.
yeah, yeah.
Kidding, kidding, kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I had to, in order to marry gay, I had to take special classes, which
mhm.
was arranged by Rosemary. Remember Rosemary?
Yes, yes.
Rosemary
From the church.
was was a church lady, and she hung out at the House of Pies,
Hmm.
and she devoted her life after her husband passed away to just helping people. You know, she just helped people. She'd do that all day, and she was a good friend. Bruce introduced me to her, and you know, she's one of those late night stroll into the House of Pies with a lot of stories and stuff, people, and she helped. She talked to the priest and the church, and you know, she had. You know, when I told her I was going to get married, she said, "Well, you know, but you're not Catholic, but maybe I can help you out. I'll talk because I'm good friends with the priest. And I'm good friends with. I'm a good member of the parish, and you know, she was a very helpful lady. So she arranged for me to take these classes, and you know, now I can't imagine going to Laura and saying you want to take some classes at the church. that
Mm.
that wasn't even
No,
on my play card back then.
No.
no,
You know,
no.
Well, I didn't know you had to be
well, maybe
So
maybe if you wanted to,
Catholic.
Rosemary would be the person to talk to. She made things happen. You
mm,
know,
yeah.
and we're talking. She was 70 something years
She
old.
was, yeah, yeah, she was
70
older
something years old.
than us at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I got to be there at the wedding, and Bruce was there, and I took the the wedding photos.
Really?
I shot the wedding photos.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Do you get paid?
Yeah.
No,
No.
that was a volunteer
You're a
thing.
volunteer wedding photographer?
Yeah, that was
That's
my
so nice.
yeah.
You
See
know,
that
next
far.
time we do this, Micah
Yeah.
and Pat,
Oh,
man,
Yeah, but Pat will never stop talking. They have a. You need to have a really big like battery.
but he'll have some stories.
Right. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. He'll have some stories.
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
mm.
So you guys have known each other since 50 years now. It's 2026. You met in 1979,
9,
met in 1980. So
40,
Yeah.
40
46 or 7, 46.
40 to 40,
Yeah.
40,
40
46.
somewhere between 40 and
Yeah.
Mine's,
46.
yeah,
Yes.
around 46.
Okay. And that's like so crazy. It's like twice. I can't imagine
Yeah,
living that long. It's like twice my entire lifetime. Like
yeah.
I don't have friends from more than like 10 years ago at best. Like that's crazy. But you know, from these stories, you know, I've kind of gathered kind of like obviously, you guys were a lot different people back then. Um,
Hey, you don't know my no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
and they say that like when you age and you get older, you never really you learn something new every day, like no matter how old you are, like you always get like wiser, or you change or you develop. What like developments would you say like you've seen in one another as you've gone, like or I guess you could say like in a way that like you're proud of one another for since you first met?
Mm.
Well,
We're
that's a
all
good
we're all
that's
we're
that's a
Good
all
good
question.
question.
we're all a little more mature.
Yeah, yeah.
More
It took us a
mature.
And
very long time to mature. We were all very immature.
we were, yes,
Yeah.
and very, like, we all were very passionate about everything.
Yeah,
Everything was a big deal.
that's right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, those long talks that we had about relationships or movies or whatever we were talking about, or a script,
Yeah.
um, it was very impassioned.
Hmm.
So we've mellowed.
We've
I think
grown.
we mellowed.
We've
Yeah.
mellowed.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
mellowed.
Yeah.
I'm a lot easier going now.
Mm.
Uh, I probably wouldn't be chasing anyone now.
Oh,
Yeah, I think his
Uh,
chasing women days ended with yay, which is
yeah.
good, as
Which
it
is
should.
good. Yes.
As
Yeah.
it should.
Yes.
Uh, you know. Yeah.
Oh, I remember when
Once.
we had to meet Yay at that little restaurant. He brought us in to meet her. I remember.
Yeah.
So we had to, yeah.
Yeah, yay changed him too, I think.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Settled down and
Settled down.
even though he did go for still a younger woman, but I think there was at one point where Chester
Being Yay.
yeah, I was.
Yeah.
was it?
I said being Yay.
You're
You
right,
said
being Yay, yes, being Yay, the younger woman.
She was the
Mhm.
younger woman in
Yes.
question.
Yeah. And but there was a time I remember when Ches said, or I looked in the mirror today and I realized I'm old and I'll never chase younger women again. Or something like that. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like shocked.
You were shocked. You're like,
I was.
what am I doing chasing younger
I
women?
was going along, minding my own business. Brushing my teeth or something, and just being a normal thing, normal day. And I happened to look at the mirror, and I was like looking. I was like, "Who's that?" And I couldn't believe it was me. Oh,
Mm.
I got old.
That happened that happened to me too.
I was,
It's a look in the mirror and
Yeah.
what
I
the
was
hell?
looking in the
It's
mirror, and I discovered I was old. I was like stunned. I was stunned. It's like
Yeah.
a stun gun. It's like, oh my goodness, I got to change my program.
Yeah, you don't
And
see it
then
gradually.
and then you didn't.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, that's when I settled down. So,
Yeah, he
Oh,
settled
okay.
down after that.
Mhm.
but I was still, not necessarily happy about it. You see me walking down the street, you'd say, Chaz, what's wrong? And I'd say, I got old. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I settled down after that. When you reach that point, it's, no one has to tell you. You just, there it is.
But there's some things I miss about the old Ches. Like remember he used to walk around
Mm.
Doing what?
Looking, yes.
Oh, yeah.
framing
Framing
everything through the
everything.
director's lens.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
always working on something.
Always.
Working on something.
Yeah.
Always working on a script.
Yeah. Always script.
Oh my gosh.
Always script.
He has wonderful ideas. Have
Yeah.
you listened to his ideas? I hope he
I
shared some of them
I
with
hope
you.
he has some of his old scripts.
I have a copy of Brothers of the Cross
Oh, you do?
Oh,
my
good.
bed
Okay.
that I wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted to read it, and then I was gonna do another interview,
Mm,
talking to the writer, um,
Yeah.
about his latest and upcoming, um, Brothers of the Cross.
mm,
Um,
So,
One thing about Ches, though, in his writing was Ches is an ideas man.
mhm.
And
oh,
so it was really hard for him to finish things because before he would finish something, he would have a new idea.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
So he'd be on to the next new idea.
yeah.
That's like crazy because like I do that too. It's like the
Oh,
worst thing
It's called
ever.
ADHD.
Like,
But
yeah.
um, but great, never
yeah.
short for ideas. Never.
Yeah, always on to a new idea.
Hmm.
And I'd say, yeah, well, I want you to finish this one first. Oh, but this one's so much better.
Um,
Mm.
Tony wants to redo Ty Cobb.
Oh,
I think that would be great. Ty Cobb was a fantastic script. 400 pages long, though. Too long.
before
Unless it was
script.
going to be a miniseries. Now, it could be a great
it
Yeah.
could.
miniseries.
Yeah,
The thing
now it
about
could
the
be.
thing
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Ty Cobb is it would have to be completely rewritten because at the time I wrote it, uh, some of the source material has ceased to be verified and it's been contested.
Oh,
So,
really?
so
Oh,
there's a lot of things that were said and done and promoted that turned out not to be true.
oh,
So
That's
there's a lot of factual
Ah.
errors in the first edition.
Mm-hmm.
This guy comes along and researches a lot of stuff, finds out that the guy who wrote the first Ty Cobb, there were places that he would talk about, scenes that he was talking about that he wasn't even there.
Wow.
oh.
You know, that he just
Mm,
fabricated some stories that were like myths. And in many cases, distorted the image of this guy.
Mm.
And Ty Cobb wasn't necessarily good at defending himself. So there's a lot of stuff that would have to be taken out, and new facts have come to bear, and so forth, which would entail a lot of work. A lot of work. It would, if it was a mini series, it'd be cool, but it certainly would take a complete rewrite. You know, probably even starting at the beginning with Ty Cobb's mother shooting his father. That's like the beginning of the story.
And that's
Y-
not true?
Well, yeah, but there's ins and outs to it.
Mm.
We're
I see.
talking we're talking you know 1904, 1905. So there's a lot of stuff that would have to be redone. You know.
Mm.
But I remember reading that script and being really impressed. And that was years ago. I don't remember when you finally finished it. Like late 80s, maybe? Mid
Could be,
80s, maybe?
could be.
you wrote a
Mm.
Ty Cobb movie script.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A huge.
Huge script. Yeah, many pages.
It really needs to be like a miniseries. But I think
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
look at
because there's so many
the whole
now.
media world has changed.
It's changed so
Yeah.
There's
much.
no such thing as a mini, you know.
Well, they
Well,
don't call them
They call
miniseries.
them limited series
yeah,
is what they call them now.
yeah, you had things like Brideshead Visited,
Revisited.
which was an extended. What they call that? Remember that?
Oh yeah, but that
I don't.
wasn't a miniseries. What was that? A series?
I
That was a series.
well, it was based on one book
No.
and
Oh.
had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
All
Uh, some of the period pieces that you watch,
Hmm.
they could go they go one season, they get
right. That's
money,
right.
they go another season.
Sometimes.
You know, they can. they can keep going as long as they get money.
Yeah.
Right.
Brideshead was, a story was a beginning, a middle, and an end, which I
Mhm.
love. Brideshead, by the way. That
Oh,
was,
really? I didn't know.
oh yeah, I loved that.
Hmm.
That was like I thought it was really good. You see Brideshead, Susan?
I don't think I
I
did.
can't
If
No,
you
remember.
get a
I
I
don't
have
think
chance,
to.
I have either. I
I'll
think
have
I've
to watch.
meant to watch it like a million times. I never
I
did.
don't know why
it
I
was
did
kind of a
either.
breakthrough
Yeah.
for that genre.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
It was probably on a pay channel that I didn't have.
yeah, yeah. I didn't even see it on the pay channel. It was
Oh.
on PBS.
Originally,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, it was on
Okay.
PBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and back in those days, uh, you wanted to watch something on PBS, you just buy tapes. I just bought
Yeah,
tapes
you don't mind the tape.
and DVR everything
Oh, you
and
DVR it.
stack them up in the corner and
Well,
watch
that,
them one
I
at a
mean,
time.
there was a time when there wasn't even DVR.
Yeah,
In the 80s, we didn't have DVR.
that's right.
No.
Right.
You had to go to the video store and rent it if
Yeah.
they had it available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Which was kind of fun, actually, going to the video
yeah.
stores and browsing the videos. I kind of
Yeah.
miss those
Exactly.
days.
I
Yeah.
remember resisting Netflix for such a
Oh,
long time.
yeah.
Mm.
It just took me forever to switch over. Once I did, after a week or so, I was, it was cool.
I mean, look,
Netflix
I
the
just
CD or Netflix the
when
streaming
it was a
service?
CD.
When it was still
CD.
CD.
Yeah,
Yeah,
CD.
You got
Or-
them in the mail.
You got them in the mail, yeah.
yeah,
And it's like now, sure, I love the convenience of streaming and everything, but there is something about having to get up, get in your car, and go to a store. Everything's so like you just don't get out of the house anymore, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. We got together to go to the movies. We got,
Right.
and you could get together and watch a CD.
Right.
Mm.
Or back before then.
Videotape.
I remember even renting a videotape machine
Oh,
for the
wow.
weekend. It's like, hey, you want to watch movies this weekend? Let's rent a videotape machine
Ooh.
and rent some videotapes. Yeah.
I never
Oh,
did
God.
that though.
You never rented a videotape machine?
I don't think I did
No,
either.
I don't remember
No.
specifically. I think it was like 1985, 4 or 5. Yeah.
Hmm.
Back then the technology was changing all the time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it was really hard to keep up with
Mhm.
new stuff. You have to work at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to end the party, but I really do need to get going.
Well, you're overtime, Laura.
I'm over time, but it's okay. I mean, we're leaving at like I think 6:15.
Oh,
Mm. Oh, that's fine. I mean, we got like over an hour,
Okay, good.
I think, or I mean, a little bit less
Yeah,
maybe.
over an hour. I think over an hour.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I mean, I'm honestly really grateful that I got that extra time.
Good.
Um,
Yeah, awesome. You're very good at this. by the way.
um,
Yes.
I
You're
I will
great.
say I didn't think I was going to get through the whole list, but I have one question left.
Okay.
Let's say like in a sentence maybe,
Okay.
or like 2 sentences.
Okay.
What is your favorite qualities of one another?
I think my favorite quality of Chester is his openness, his open-mindedness. He's super open-minded, and I like his analytical skills. Got really good analytical skills, and his humor. He's got kind of a little bit of a sarcastic, dark humor, but it's good humor. That's what I would say.
Wow. He's his humor. Yes, of
Mhm.
course. Um, he's compassionate, um, empathetic,
Mhm. Yes, very.
very empathetic. Um, he's a great listener. That's why,
He's a
he
good
was our go-to guy for advice, and vice versa. But it's
Chester
yeah.
wrote the book on listening. He knew
Mhm.
just the right kind of questions to ask and when to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Good answers, thoughtful answers. Uh, really listens because can pick up later, come back to the conversation weeks or months later, and
So that's
ask
incredible
about.
quality to have. That's a really good quality to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Very
And
loving.
what about you? What are your favorite qualities of?
Well, Susan could write a book on passion.
Mhm. Yeah,
You
she's got a
know,
lot of passion.
you know,
So true.
an intense passion for life and the appreciation of what it takes to get through a day, and this is for everything. The job, you know, talk to her about her new job. She's into it. I'm like, I, should I tell Susan to relax just a little bit about this job,
Mm.
or
Mm.
but it all serves a certain sincerity that's quite impressive in a certain way. You know, because when she's there, she's there. She's there for that. She complains about the job, but she's there for that job, and others recognize that. And if she's involved in a romance, you know, we should have a whole thing on romance. I think about some of the boyfriends and stuff. She's there for it. She's
Mm.
she's totally present person. You know, and that's something. Those are qualities that are kind of rare in this day and age. You know, and Lori is a fighter. She's a fighter. She's you know you know all one thing that Lori needs to accomplish in life is get these men under control. Once she does that, she'll be in paradise. you know, because these guys that don't act right. You know, you know, and she tries hard, tries hard, but sometimes you can't. Have trouble wrangling these guys.
Well, I've had to wrangle you a few times too.
Well, yeah, but I'm easy to wrangle. I'm
No,
probably the easiest guy
no.
in the world to dump if someone wants to dump me.
Oh
I'm,
no, I don't mean dumping. I mean like wrangling you into doing what you need to
oh
do.
no, that's impossible.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm hard headed
He is hard headed.
in a
That's
certain
true.
kind of way.
He's open, but he's hard headed at the same.
Yeah,
Um,
but
I've tried to wrangle Chester to do it many times. Finish something, not go into hospice 3 years ago, which I'm really
Oh my
glad I
gosh, I
wrangled that.
know. That was
Yeah. Yeah. I've had to wrangle you.
yeah, that's true. So,
Well, thank you so much for
Thanks for having us.
driving 2 hours, waiting 2 more hours, and then talking for an hour.
Well, thank you. Thank you. This is very special to me
Yeah.
and us, all of
Yeah.
us.
All of us. Been a
Thanks.